I made her give me the stamp of approval that she wasn't going to blame me if everything died back there, and that's what happened. Today, I'm meeting with Esther deWolde, who's one of my longtime clients, to go over the final details of her garden area. Esther and I probably met about 2 years ago right here on this job site. She is the CEO of a screen company called Phantom Screens, and she bought a house here in Mobile, Alabama and renovated it, and she called me in to do the landscape design for the house and for the entire project. But somehow we ended up hitting it off and becoming really good friends instantly.
We were in the middle of doing the blueprints for figuring out how we were going to build this back porch, actually. And there was this tree that was smack in the way, and this conversation went on and on about this tree and whether we'd be allowed to cut it down or not. I didn't want to cut it down, but maybe we should to make the porch wider. And anyways, they said, let's call it an expert. And ta-da, they called in Catherine Ahrensberg, and she gave us the idea of how to still maintain a good sized back porch, but keep the symmetry with the house, the yard, and the garden. And in the end, the tree was saved.
This home in Mobile is Esther's home away from home. She lives in Canada, so obviously that's a much further distance than I'm usually used to working with clients.
Having this bucket list to restore a southern house was all cool, for sure, love it. But the thing I didn't think through was, if I kept the house, how was I actually going to maintain it?
Overall, the backyard is kind of a little overgrown. It's just been not neglected, but not cared for as a garden should be.
I can have the lawn mowed while I'm gone, but the thing that I can't have without me being here is keeping flowers alive and ensuring that the rain comes at the exact time. The rest of the garden is built for very low maintenance. Catherine made sure that what was chosen there is great for someone that's away from the home a lot. But it's these planters that we want to keep color so that when I come here, I can sit on my back porch and just enjoy the hydrangeas blooming along with the other foliage that's back there.
We've been communicating online about the design for her backyard, but now we're going to meet in person to go over the final details. So I've sent you this digital image of the design that I did. The idea was we have your purple, white, and green that you wanted.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
The only requirements that Esther had for this new design for her backyard was she wanted it to be purple, white, and green. I think she likes the purple, white, and green. Right. Can you see it? Is it right there? Right behind me? I ended up changing the design just slightly to where we're going to do the impatiens right next to the hydrangea, and then put something that's going to fall down the sides. But the colors are all the same, the heights are all the same, and then we're going to irrigate it so that all that stuff will live. Because you know that box gets dry more often than everything else in the ground. So we got a lot of work to do. You ready to get started? Get into your work clothes.
I will.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so first things first, we're gonna do all the boxwoods. We just wanna do like the really big, tall stuff. Basically, we wanna make them even all the way across, not that super boxed off, hedgy.
You mean like the real formal?
Well, okay, so I think eventually they could get to be formal. Right now, they're still individual plants. They're not grown together. So eventually you can do that hedged off look, but for now, we're just gonna keep them in check so they don't look wild. We're like grooming them.
You know, I was thinking back, reminiscing, and I thought, oh, I know what? That tree in the corner that you saved, I'm going to name it the Catherine tree.
Aww.
In honor of you, and because it drops those nasty gumballs. That's not, that part's
rude.
Not. No, that part's, I just remember asking you, what are these?
Sweet gumballs.
Sweet, yeah, gumballs, and they're pokey and prickly. But
can I have a plaque?
Okay. Yeah.
I would like brass engraved. Marble is probably better though. That's like stone. I mean, that will last forever. Just like our friendship. You finished my sentence!
I know!
You're so cheesy.
Maybe I'll have to take off the words the and tree just because it'll get expensive. She thinks I'm kidding, but I'm gonna make that plaque. I want to talk about this pine straw. This is so cool because we don't have this in Canada. But to use it for bedding, like unheard of. I still remember the first time you said, well, put in straw. I was thinking
Hay.
bales of we feed our horse.
Yeah. No. The current condition of the boxes that we planted is pretty rough because the plants that Esther decided to install were for full sun and they really needed to be for full shade. So we're gonna start from scratch, pull everything up that's there and get a fresh start on it. That's why we put it in here, Esther, because we knew that I was gonna be right.
Yeah.
And that we were gonna have to be redoing it. So 2 years ago, when I designed this, Esther and I had a little bit of an argument over the sun situation in her backyard. I say it's full shade, or pretty close to it. She said it was full sun. And I made her give me the stamp of approval that she wasn't gonna blame me if everything died back there, and that's what happened. But in general, there will be no sun back here.
It's a sunny backyard, Catherine. We've been through this.
So now we're back to recreate something for that space, but do it with something that will really thrive in the shady conditions that are in her backyard. So what do you think of it so far?
Yeah, I like it. I really do.
You?
It's
Looks
gonna
like the
look great.
picture.
It looks like the picture.
Maybe a little smaller at this point, not as full. So when you're implementing a design like this, it's really important to place the plants properly so that when they're all full and mature, that they will be touching or just barely touching. I know it's always someone's first inclination to pack them all tight together so that they're instantly full. Fight that feeling and just wait. It'll look so beautiful and nice and full when it's ready.
I just realized I should be helping you. This is so much easier though, just to watch you do it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and funner. Is funner a word? It is in Canada.
It is. In Canada, it's a word.
It is, sure.
We all speak English, Esther. Anytime you have containers in your yard, watering them is very vital, and daily waterings at that. Even though we get a ton of rain in the deep south, container plants dry out super quickly, so it's always important that you're either watering every single day or you have a drip irrigation system that will take care of it for you.
Close your eyes.
Okay?
Do you do surprises well?
No, I usually have bad reactions, but I'll try for you, Esther.
Ta-da! It's in the theme of Simple, Honest Design because it's simple, it's design, and it's leftover towel from my
repurposed.
backsplash in the kitchen.
You know, porcelain is the modern day marble.
That's exactly what I meant. Forget what I said.
I love it so
Cheers
much.
to Catherine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Aw.
I'm amazed. Within a short day, actually, we got the whole thing done. Planters are all planted exactly according to the picture and design that we were going with, thanks to Catherine. And then the irrigation got put in. It's perfect. Now I can go home, peace of mind. My flowers are not going to die.
The Catherine tree has now been established. It's now a landmark. So when you come to Mobile, you see the Battleship, you go to the Oakley House, attend a Mardi Gras parade, and then on your way out, before you leave, make sure you come to the Catherine tree. Take pictures, write a review, post it on TripAdvisor, and give it 5 stars. Can I gesture? This is how I do. Don't do this. This is what. Didn't ask me a lot of questions, so maybe.
That's what I think we designed, Catherine. Catherine's tree dedication.
Did you wash your hands?
No, I've been fishing flies out of my wine, so that's why they're clean.
Good.